Hello, my name is Lady. I am about a year old now, and I was adopted last April, so about 6 months ago now. I'm a border collie mix, and I came from a shelter. I used to live in Texas and came to Colorado right before Rachel adopted me. I would say my life now is pretty different than the life that I had before. And it's nice to have the opportunity to share my story and for people to hear what it's like to go from a dog living on the street to living such a wonderful life with wonderful and caring people, especially my people. They're the best people, and I love them so much. In my previous life, it was difficult. I could do whatever I wanted when I wanted, but I also had to look for food all the time, and sometimes it would be days, a week, maybe longer before I could find something to eat. And the worst part was nobody wanted me around. Nobody wanted to help me. I was this dirty dog that had flies and tick bites, and I was skinny and just gross. And people told me that too. They told me, gross, bad dog, get away. And I wanted to show them that I was good, and I wanted to play, and I wanted to be with people and other dogs, just playing. But I had to find a human first that wanted me, and nobody did. But now I get to run here. I don't get to run free at home, just in the house. But it's better because I have Rachel, and I get food and I get water all the time whenever I want. And I don't have to worry about those hard things anymore. And I just get to have my people. And sometimes I think about what it would be like to go back to not having fences and not having people, but I can't imagine that it would be better. I think this is as good as I will ever have it, and it's great. And I love it so much. So much. I would have never thought about getting a toy before. I didn't even know what toys were until Rachel got me my very first one, and I still have it. It's a little raggedy, but I love it so much, just like I love her. And so I will never chew it up. And I have a chewing problem. I chew all of my toys and my bones and a couple of Rachel's shoes, and these bones, these are my favorite. I love them so much. And I'm better about chewing now than I was. And I get new toys though all the time because I chew them up. So I'm not complaining about getting new toys. I would say that I definitely understand fear, and I understand what it's like to be afraid, and I understand what it's like to be so scared that you don't think you'll ever be okay. And that's how I am with water. When I didn't have a human, I was on my own all the time, and sometimes it rained and it was cold and wet, and I was scared, and the sound was loud, and I didn't like it. I didn't like being wet. But now, when I have to get a bath, I don't like it, but Rachel does a good job to make sure that I don't feel scared, that I know that I'm safe. She only uses warm water, and she's always right there next to me. And I know that Rachel got me because she's scared too, because she has fears and anxiety in her life, and I give her the same comfort that she gives me. And I'm always going to be there for her, just like she'll always be there for me. And I would never trade anything for that, having a companion and feeling safe and feeling comforted and just being who I am, being good at being a dog for Rachel. When I was in the shelter, not many people came to visit me until Rachel did. I sat in the corner by myself in my cage, and I watched people walk by, and I watched them adopt other dogs, but not me. And nobody ever wanted to take me out to play with me because I wasn't jumping or I wasn't barking. I just was waiting for the right human. And then I saw Rachel, and she wanted to take me out. She wanted to play with me, and she wanted to get to know me. And that was so great. And when I met her and when she pet me the first time, I knew that she would always be my human, and she would always be my companion in my life. And I'm so happy that I have her and she found me, because they said only good dogs get to go home to good families. And I knew I was a good dog, but I didn't know how to show people that I was a good dog. But Rachel saw that I was a good dog despite my ticks and despite my fleas and all of my bites. She saw that my appearance doesn't matter and I'm a good dog. And I just needed some love and somebody to care. And I don't have any of those bites anymore because she took care of them. I would say right now my biggest struggle is understanding my limitations of freedom. There are days when I just want to run and run and run and not have a leash, but coming home is the best feeling in the world. Being in my bed near my humans. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I'm so happy that this is what I have. And I wouldn't run forever. I would stay here. I'd rather stay here. It's time for me to sleep now. So, good night.